Good afternoon. My name is Brian Anderson, and my company is Axis Control, LLC, located in Phoenix, Arizona. This is my submitted touch panel program using iRidium and AMX for the home automation processor. What you see is the home page and a graphical representation of the residence. The floor plan was exported to me from the architect on AutoCAD, which I imported it into Visio, removed all the artifacts within each individual room, just leaving the shell and structure, exported that into a JPEG, and imported it into Photoshop, where I proceeded to add color, texture, and actually cut each and paste each individual room, basically making a jigsaw puzzle and putting it back together. Once all the separate individual rooms and colors were assembled, I exported them as PNG files and imported them into the workspace environment and sort of put the puzzle back together. So you see at the home page, you can see the individual rooms and their room names. And from this page, you simply press on the room name and it will take you to the selections for audio video in that room. So if I press on the family room, then it takes me to the family room audio visual choices. As you can tell, the graphics are very pedestrian. That's by virtue of the fact that my clients are basically in their 60s and 70s, and this is more of a form follows function in that they want a very simplistic design with easy to read text on the graphics. Don't really require any special effects, just to let them know what they're selecting and what they're controlling and the basic functions and controls for those devices. So while we're in the family room, let's say for instance the customer may want to watch Apple TV. You just press the Apple TV button, and then the graphical representation of the transport control for the Apple TV pops up. You have menu, arrows up and down, select, play, pause. In the upper left-hand corner, you can see the banner for the family room, and you also have arrows for volume control. Once you go back to the main page, you can see that the Apple TV is highlighted. You also have the ability to control volume, and you get a volume readout, or you have volume presets that you can utilize. Once you go back to the home page, you will see that that room is illuminated and the source is revealed for that room. So the family room is watching David's Apple TV. Now there's only about 8 video zones, but there's about 24 audio zones in this residence. So what I've done is I created a house music page utilizing the floor plan graphics. And as you can see from this page globally, you can select any or all of the rooms. And up here there's a banner for the sources, since it's not room specific. So this operates a little bit differently in that when you press the room turns red and it reads selected on the text, which means that it's ready for assignment to either an input or to turn it off. So from this point, let's say you want to listen to Sirius. Once it's in selected mode, you just press the Sirius button, and that pops up giving you the Sirius controls. You have presets over here, and you have a keypad for direct selection. You go back to the house music page, and you'll notice that this is illuminated in the lighter brown, and Sirius 1 is playing. The advantage to using this page is that from one place you can control any or all of the audio zones, and you can do them individually. Let's say they want to listen to Sirius 1 in the dining room, kitchen, and great room. Those are now selected, and you can assign the source to those particular audio zones. So you press Sirius 1, Once again, it flips us to the source page where we can select music, etc. And we go back to house music, and now you can see that those rooms have been selected and audio is being distributed to those rooms. Now if you look in the lower left hand corner, you're going to see 3 buttons: select all, deselect all, and set volume. The advantage to this is you don't have to go through each individual room and press it to get selected and then select your input. You can basically, if you want to distribute audio to all the audio zones, you simply push select all, and then you can assign whatever audio you want to all of those zones. So let's say they're having a dinner party, they want to listen to Sirius 1 everywhere. Number 1, it takes you to the source page again where you have control of it. Then if you notice, you go back to house music page, and all of the rooms that have audio and video zones in them are now activated, and it shows what the input is. Let's say for some reason there's certain audio zones you want to turn off, like the outer zones. You simply press those areas individually and press off, and that returns them to their off or normal state. The select all feature not only works for selecting sources, but it also works to give you the off function. So you turn everything off from the matrix and everything is back to its normal or static phase. You can also do this with volume. Let's say you select some rooms that are playing music and you want to set volume. It will actually give you the ability to set volume for those particular rooms. So you have the select all function. If for some reason you want to eliminate some or all those buttons, you can just press on them again and they become unselected. And once you assign a source to the rooms that are red or highlighted, selected, it will flip you to the source page. And you go back to your global house music page and you can see all the areas that were selected. So to turn off all the audio zones in the room, in the whole house, select all and off. Makes it very simple for the client and easy to use. You don't have to drill down into each individual room to activate audio. Next page is lights. And unfortunately, I don't have feedback from the system because it's in a different city. But I do have an AMX controller that I am utilizing. If you notice here, some of the rooms are highlighted yellow, and that indicates that there is a light on in that room. And if you press the name of the room, for instance, garage, you'll see there are 3 graphical representations of keypads in that room. Now, if this was hooked up to the Lutron QS system, you would actually see these LED symbols illuminated to the left of the buttons. So it gives you unsolicited feedback. So if you go up to the actual Lutron keypad and press a button, it would illuminate there, plus you would see it on your floor plan graphic. The SPA obviously is inoperable. Alarm status basically just monitors the alarm. These turn green and red when they're connected to the system to indicate whether the zone is active or if it is in its regular state. We also have a weather page that gives you radar temperatures for the contiguous 48 states, wind chill, and precipitation. So to recap, once again, home button, select the room, select the source, go back to the room, you can turn it off or go home, and you see the graphical representation of the distributed audio and or video to that zone. Thank you very much for the opportunity to present this. Have a great day.